The classic Simpsons beat-em-up arcade game engenders a lot of fond memories, and that's precisely what Electronic Arts hope to mine with their new Simpsons Arcade for the iPhone. It is not a port, though. It is a retro-styled brawler in the vein of Battletoads, Final Fight, and any host side-scrolling bruisers of that era. As homage to the genre, Simpsons Arcade is a success. However, as a compelling game over the long term, a lack of multiplayer, which was 75% of the fun in games like Double Dragon, and having Homer locked into the lead role weakens Simpsons Arcade. Many Simpsons games falter due to a distinct shortage of authenticity. Publishers think they can get away with dropping Bart into a formula game, slap the Simpsons logo on the box, and count on goodwill toward the long-running cartoon to bring in some fat checks. EA's iPhone Simpsons may have a ridiculous setup. Plans for a secret sinister project are shared with some of Springfield's most influential citizens before the USB drive is placed in a doughnut that inadvertently finds its way into Homer's grubby paws, but at least the game looks like an episode that just happens to have controls mapped over it. The appearance of over 25 of Springfield's recognizable citizens means you will likely confront your favorite before the 6 stages are up. As a beat-em-up, Simpsons works. The controls are simple but very good. Through a series of button taps, Homer lays into hundreds of suited menaces and many boss citizens with a variety of punches and slams. You move Homer with an on-screen analog wheel that is a real surprise. This is one of the most agile, reliable virtual pads I have used in an iPhone game. Crates and enemies contain weapons like hammers and tasers, but the best power-ups are fellow family members. Marge and Maggie send Homer into an invincible spin. Bart hopes on Homer's back and unleashes a torrent of slingshot fire. Lisa's jump rope slam clears the screen. It's too bad you cannot play as any of those other family members. Tackling Simpsons Arcade as Lisa instead of Homer would be a different experience and a reason to play again. As it stands now, once you beat the game with Homer, you'll be right back in the App Store looking for another sugary fix. The absence of multiplayer in Simpsons Arcade is another notable setback. The general monotony of the brawler is usually shaken up by playing with a friend. You come up with group attacks, share, or hoard, power-ups, and partake in the talking of trash. That's totally missing here. And when you do not have another person to interact with, the shallowness of the genre truly shows through. Unlike real life, empty calories are not always a bad thing in games, though. Everybody can appreciate a trifle, especially when it's relatively well constructed like Simpsons Arcade. The animation is top-notch, there are some nice little minigames and events to break up the beat-em-up action, and the controls are quite good. But Simpsons Arcade didn't have to be a trifle. With some multiplayer and extra playable characters, it could have had real staying power.